PKA 639 with our guest Wolf.
Can we go to femboys? Can we just
yes.
femboys? I feel much more comfortable.
That's where I was before the show started.
That's more my wheelhouse. I feel like I can represent.
This is a tent pole for Kyle.
Zach, Zach, throw up that
so
image.
to speak.
Can we describe what femboys are for the? Jesus!
Kyle can tell you in excruciating detail.
So the person on the bottom is a friend of the show. His name is F1nnster, and he's a straight male. Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
He is a straight male, identifies as a male. He's just really cute.
And
on top.
The beautiful young lady on top of him is Belle Delphine, whose OnlyFans makes over $1 million a month.
Let me just write that down for research purposes.
BelleDelphine.
Okay, gotcha.
You can buy her piss.
Did you see that? She's like, I got a new pet. She wrote, I got a new pet, and he replied, strong words for someone wearing a cat tail. I was like, all right.
But you know what? A lot of chicks like the feminine looking guys. Like a lot of girls.
Well, this is an OnlyFans collaboration. I should mention that this is an OnlyFans collaboration because
so do they go all out?
No.
You gotta pay to find it.
I haven't.
No, I'm just curious. I'm just like how much. Some OnlyFans are like, they just show this and that.
So I've got
all the way out.
Yeah. So Belle Delphine, if you go to hers, you'll see anything and everything of her. But our boy F1nnster there, he only started his like 12, 15 days ago. So he's in the very early vanilla stages. I think this collaboration with Belle Delphine is probably something that was sprung upon him. She probably just reached out. They both.
How do you get that hookup in only 2 weeks?
He's pretty famous too.
Yeah,
he's a big time Twitch streamer.
Is he? Yeah, he's a Twitch guy. Person, lady.
Yeah, guy, just straight up guy like you would want to be called.
Okay, that looks familiar.
Sounds like this. Yeah,
yeah, he has a guy's voice. He doesn't do a voice.
Really?
Someone sent me a picture, and I guess he did a poll. He was like, "Would you like to see more like masculine stuff?" And like posted a picture of him like flexing, and when he's like representing like as a dude, he looks like a dude. And they're like, nope.
And everyone's like,
left and right.
See, I could not pull off that look. I would look like Wesley Snipes in Tu Wong Fu.
Dude, yeah. Oh, that's a good reference.
I don't think any of the four of us could.
Is that reference too deep?
No, I love that. I love that. I just watched the clip with that.
Girl.
I'm sorry, Woody. Gotta be real.
I tried.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, Tu Wong Fu was a good movie, bro.
I told Woody the other day, because I'm a Star Trek nerd. I found out the other day that instead of LeVar Burton, they were going to go with Wesley Snipes as LaForge on Star Trek. He's the engineer with that chrome shit on his face. Can you imagine buff ass Wesley Snipes? Like, motherfucker, get these engines going. We got to come on, everybody, work together. Like he'd been so big and scary next to Worf, because Michael Dorn plays Worf, and he's just a normal sized fella. Like he's not like physically.
Is Wesley Snipes big and strong?
He's my height. He's 5'10".
You never seen Blade?
I've seen White Men Can't Jump, and I know he's athletic.
You got to see Blade.
Sometimes in Hollywood, like everybody's 5'8", you don't realize it.
He's not only athletic, and he's an
actual martial artist.
He's a martial artist. I can't remember which one. It might be Taekwondo. Remember, Joe Rogan and him were going to fight. Remember that story?
Yeah, he's 5'9".
I'm 5'10", but yeah, he's my height. Yeah, no, I've seen him do.
The shorter you are, the better you look on camera, though.
Tom Cruise is what, 5'3"?
It's easier to match you next to a woman and get you in a frame tighter. It's easier for you to get like bulked up enough to look very physically good. The fact that Chris Hemsworth is, I think, like 6'3" or something, and he looks like that as Thor is crazy. If he were if Tom Cruise had done all the drugs and working out that Chris Hemsworth did, he'd look like Hulk fucking Hogan.
Yeah,
you'd be like, you're a freak. Like it's because he's so big that he holds all that so well and doesn't look like a freak.
Tom Cruise has to do something, some sort of anti-aging regimen.
It's called
it's magic.
Yeah. It's also
called
CGI.
Scientology.
Well, they
it's CGI, but I see him on plenty of interviews and stuff.
No, he's in great shape.
He has
can't
makeup,
hate on Tom Cruise, bro. He's in amazing shape. He's 61, 62?
He's definitely
50. I think he's 51, 52.
No, he's
51,
older
52.
than me. He's older than me.
But also, people who are like 5'7",
he's 60.
better than people who are like 6'5".
He's older than me.
Tom Cruise is 60.
I told you.
July 3rd, 1962.
That's what I'm saying. He's good for his age.
All right, so now that we just established that Tom Cruise is fucking 60 years old, Zach, show me the poster for the new Tom Cruise movie where he has clearly jumped a motorcycle off a mountain, jumped clear of it, and is doing a back and is like gliding through the air like Superman wearing either a parachute or a wingsuit. And you know it's him. That's that same little fucker that was in his tighty whities dancing 5 decades ago. Now he's jumping motorcycles off of mountains because he wants to.
And he did that shot like
he did
5
that
or
jump
6
shot,
times that day.
Parachute shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I like that he won't let anybody bully him out of the religion he's into.
Oh.
He likes it.
I heard he's out.
You know what? Let him enjoy this thing.
There's a picture where like the motorcycle is tumbling through the air and he is literally like flying like right to left. But yeah, I hate Tom Cruise as a human being because I'm pretty sure he's into some skeezy
Why?
shit.
What do you do?
And well, he's a capo.
It's funny. That's why I like
international in an international cult. So that I kind of hold against him a little bit. However,
that's cool. That's like being a cardinal.
That just shows how he has charisma.
He's dedicated to his art.
Don't hate cult leaders.
All of his movies are good.
Yeah, they're good movies, and I would follow him.
I'll see all of his movies.
I mean, I will follow this, but I'm not gonna fucking hang on to those paddles and get my body thetans whacked. I need.
If Tom tells me it would help me, he would know.
Tom Cruise has
Tom.
Like
Tom.
I don't know what to call it, like an extremer's resume that is
impossible his posture
to
there?
compete with.
Perfect.
He's okay. Posture talk.
I think it's important. Like you see the stunt there. He's like perfect. Like
he's not flailing.
He didn't just like, all right, launch me. Like I don't know. I love that guy's movies and the attention to detail. All the Mission Impossible movies. He's on like
all
the 8th or 9th one, and they're so good. I don't know.
Except for the second one was average, but the rest of them were amazing.
Yeah. I like that. Who's the women he's bagged? Katie Holmes. Who's the hot redhead he married for?
Whoa. Can I just interject real quickly on Katie Holmes? He's never bagged a woman in his life. What do you mean bagged? They were bagged for him by the science. This is all like
I'm listening.
Fact. This is known. Yeah. They went out and got her and arranged for him to be with her alone. All of his relationships are calculated things that the Scientologists have put together for
I'm not sure if that's more
fair,
or less
hold on. To be fair, though, all those A-list guys, that's how they get women now. I'm not talking about the scientific part, but they have assistants.
He utilizes a cult.
So.
Yeah. His cult has handlers who like arrange his relationships based on.
Is that cooler or less cool, Kyle?
That's terrifying.
That's power.
Power is getting up. Tiger Woods was doing it the right way. The fact that they get I
whipping out his long schlong and saying you need a ride.
The most racist like I was team white.
Hey baby, I'm gonna drive this into your pussy. just like horrible.
You don't know what Tiger Woods. You don't remember what Tiger Woods did? Tiger Woods was a prolific user.
I'm in the rough.
Oh, was he? That makes sense actually.
I can't believe you don't remember this.
He's a nerd though. He had to be.
So they threw him under the bus like they have never done anyway. They made it out like he killed somebody. He was making public apologies. Remember his wife like divorced him, took half his money, assaulted him and shit. And everybody was on her fucking side. And all he did, look, he cheated prolifically with dozens of prostitutes. But Michael Vick was murdering dogs. and it's like they were treated about the same by the media. They gave him the exact same treatment Vic got.
He's black, man. That's why.
It's because the media hates dogs.
As opposed to Michael Vick, who's not.
All right. Well, Michael Vick fucked up. Everybody loves dogs. You can't be drowning dogs in your backyard.
But no,
not the boss.
Tiger's getting sued by his girlfriend that he did dirty. You see what happened?
He's got
what did he do?
Bro, he had a girlfriend living with him, for a few years and stuff now, and he got tired of her. And then he goes, "Hey, we're gonna go on vacation, and we're gonna take a private jet and go." I say, let's get packed and go." And then he goes, "I'm gonna meet you at the plane." And so she goes, she gets her stuff, goes to the private jet, and he changes all the locks on the house. And he said, "Oh yeah, we're over, we're done."
Yeah,
and she couldn't get back in the house.
Oh, my ex, I sent that bitch to Cambodia.
She's suing him for $30 million.
Really, for breaking up with her?
Yeah,
yeah, that's silly.
Insane.
I like Tiger Woods. I've always liked how he did business. I liked his relationship with his father. I liked his work ethic and like that drive and intensity. I like that like he clearly enjoys some substances. I like that he like went to some sort of voodoo magic man and put his leg back on 2 years ago, and now he's golfing again. Like if y'all don't remember, he had a wild ass wreck where they didn't know if they were going to keep his leg on his body. It was like shattered in multiple pieces.
I didn't remember that.
He's golfing. I saw him like last week in some
his son and everything.
He's shooting under par, but he's not going to win the fucking tourney. But like,
it must be Jay Leno's doctor because those guys get like miracle cures happening.
I want to know
like a bad accident.
I didn't know that about
Jay Leno.
Leno got all burnt up and then he fell off a bike or something. What did he do the second time?
Yeah, I want to say like he just got to the point where he could wear a helmet again and then crashed. That's not right. It's close.
It sounded to me like
accidents.
Damn.
Yeah, if anybody does, I assumed it was a carburetor fire. I assumed he was under the hood, like feeding fuel into the carburetor and turning it over, and it popped in his face. When I was in the burn unit that time, like getting my fucking hand scrubbed off, the guy that was sharing the room with me, he was a grown man, and he was moaning. He was already on morphine, but he was moaning, and I was like, my dad asked her, like, "What happened to this gentleman that was in here earlier?" She's like, he was working on a car and the carburetor backfired. That's what it was. Because that thing spits vapor and gasoline burning on you, and it burns you the fuck up before you can do anything. It's a real common thing. Just as common as children. Did y'all have any kids that went to school with you who had grease poured on them?
Grease poured on, as a punishment?
Like it accidentally had like it comes off the counter, kid gets scalded with grease, and now they have like a grease scar on them.
Permanent scar like right here or something.
Similar.
Yeah.
They, you know what? And it scared me as a parent. So all they had was a really hot cup of coffee, and this kid was 2, and it could walk, it was a stupid 2-year-old, and it pulled the coffee off the kitchen counter onto himself. And he had bad burns on the side of his face and like his shoulder and into his chest. Yeah. So when I met the kid,
poor kid,
he was like 4, and he had what I'll describe as like a wetsuit top on that he wore all the time as part of his skin healing process. He came from a wealthy family, so he was getting some good medical care.
Little Scuba Steve over there.
His father owned an oil company.
His father owned an oil company.
You going diving today, Steve? Shut up. You know I'm all burnt up from the coffee.
I'm all burnt up from the
you,
coffee.
Steve. Your dad owns 8 gas stations. Hope you turn into a Batman villain.
Jesus Christ.
What would his name be? Like Grease Lightning or something.
Jesus.
I was gonna go to Sleeping Jeep, but that's Grease Lightning. No, there was a kid at my school, and he had been all burnt up by grease, and I remembered, like in elementary school, and I made note of that. There's a few like memories I have in my life where it feels like I mentally put up a signpost that I could look back and see brightly from any point in the future. And there was a moment where I went, grease is incredibly dangerous and must be respected, just like firearms and like threshers. And later on, I'll tell you, when I was in high school, I put up a road sign about metal lathes because I worked in a machine shop, and we had one in high school, and he showed us a video of what it could do to a man, getting sucked in by your hair and torn apart. And then you looked at this piece of machinery and you found that it had more power than you could comprehend. Like it turned anything, it could tear anything apart that you could put in it. And it's like, okay, signpost, respect to this. If you don't do that throughout your life, you'll eventually like fall into a thresher or something.
Most of the machines in my life, like if I grab them, they stop. If I get sucked into my vacuum cleaner, it gets stopped. If I get hit by my ceiling fan, I don't like it, but the ceiling fan stops.
Yeah.
My tractor, for example, a human offers no resistance that the tractor takes notice of. And like Kyle said, respect that thing.
Yeah, so I put that Grease respect there, and like, because I saw that kid all burnt up and scarred, and like it or not, like maybe not in everybody else's mind, but I was like, all right, well, like I don't want to be around you because you're like an other now. I don't. You're like a freak. I don't want to be around you. I won't say exactly how I knew this other person, but my mom used to make me go play with this kid who had all these like physical deformities. He was like missing some fingers, like multiple fingers. One hand was like 2 or 3 fingers, and his face was really ugly. Like, I don't mean he was like a 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10. I mean, his face was scary. It frightened me a little.
So was this an accident thing or born with it thing?
Born that way. And I remember telling her like I don't want to go. He's fucking scary to look at. I can't look at him in the face. And when I shook his hand, his fucking weird fingers felt weird. I don't want to go. And she's like, shit. Okay, you don't have to go. I was like, because I wasn't gonna go anymore. Like I met this kid before, and they're like, yeah, play with Billy No Fingers. And it's just like, fuck, no, I don't ever want to come back here again. I don't care how many toys this fucker has. I don't give a shit, man. That kid, no. It scared me as a kid. Go find somebody else who isn't frightened of him.
You know, Kyle knows these things.